Good! I made a stable connection through the plane portal. Hold on one second while I finish something up. Oh, so sleepy magic sleeping! Oh, thank God. Now that I've got the bridge open, I can safely cast my dream spell on all of you, which I'm sure will go much better than the last dozen I cast this spell on. Don't worry, I'm sure they're recovering just fine wherever they are. I'm having a little bit of trouble finding them, but I'm sure they're recovering just fine wherever they are. So splendid to be speaking to such brave, heroic, and dare I say it, handsome adventurers such as yourselves. If you are hearing this now, you've recently entered the great nation of Borgas. The realm of the ice orcs. At least, I hope I'm contacting local heroes. It'd be embarrassing to spend all this time and resources to contact the Forgotten Realms, who are in a completely different plane of existence. For those of you who don't know about Borgas, my glorious god Benderbutt GM has created a fun, silent image to check out that's got a good map of the place. Oh, my patron forbid! Why is that up?
Yes, I'm here. What must I forbid? Happy, what are you doing?
His Holiness speaks! Oh, my lord, I'm so sorry to have disturbed you.
Happy, I told you not to call me your lord or holiness. That stuff's super preachy, and I'll have none of it on my personal plane.
My apologies. Oh, great one. I did not mean to summon you. I just became so bewildered as out of my sketchings made it into your handcrafted illusion. I spoke out of your holiness so as to banish this embarrassment.
Oh yeah, I forgot I put that in there. Found it on your desk after you fell asleep working on it last night. I would have put it up on the fridge, but this world hasn't invented refrigerators yet.
Do you approve of my work, oh peerless leader?
No, not in the slightest. But I know it's an early draft, so I felt like embarrassing you a bit in front of my future subjects. Supporters. Did you tell them about how great I used to be? How powerful? Because I got really screwed by some recent flooding, and I've lost almost my entire following. Granting a couple of wide-eyed thrill seekers godly magical items in exchange for taking on dangerous quests in my name is the least I can do to get my following restarted.
Oh, yes, of course, my omnipotent official. We shall have them cheering your name in the streets. Benderbutt GM will be known as the supreme god of all realms.
No. Before the cosmic magic missile flooded Angolia out of existence, I was the god of thrill-seeking and drinking, two tasks that I excel at. Being ruler of everything sounds like way too much work. Just tell them about Cardell's request. He sent me so that we can cut the connection. You're draining my power reserves here.
Yes, of course, my magnanimous master. I'll get on it right away. You have all just been blessed with a direct message from the god of all gods, Benderbutt GM himself. A weird name by some standards, but before Angolia was flooded, most of the gods had names that sounded like they ripped from technical manuals. It's just how they were. According to my master's spell, everyone receiving this message has just passed into Borgas, a nation founded thousands of years ago by a clan of orcs who were sick of being harassed and slaughtered by the humans and their allies. They survived on terrifying frozen waters and terrifying monsters. Today, the Ice Orcs are a preeminent nation of Talma, our world. A local researcher, a drow named Cardell, has been researching Cernoth, the ancient drow battle mage who united the clans of Angolia to create a nation half the size of the world and the birther of incredible magical technologies. Cardell is convinced one of Cernoth's artifacts is being used to power the world's spear.
I told all the gods that thing would never work, but did they listen? No. They all thought Technomaster AD had the right idea by pooling society's technology together to save them all from the cosmic magic missile. Well, it failed. A Towler barely even slowed down the spell, let alone stop it. And now Angolia is a big old puddle, and Technomaster AD has at most a dozen followers to his name. So guess who's laughing now?
Did those silly, Worthless, pathetic, dum-dum gods laugh at you, serene savior?
No, but I still laughed anyways.
So Cadell's at the Lonely Mountain Inn, planning a way to get the Supreme War Chief's approval to enter the tower and study the device. But he's having some trouble getting volunteers, considering the place is a hotbed for new and warped monsters to flood the countryside. Now my loving leader has some technical information that he assures me I will not understand. Benderbutt GM, you have the floor.
If you're brave enough, I'm looking for people to spend Saturday, August 22nd at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be playing using Roll20 and Discord chat. You can make your character in Roll20 with a standard point buy for stats. We'll be playing with level 5 adventures of your own making. People who have played on this server before can import existing characters if they'd like. No homebrew content unless approved by me. Other than that, anything from official modules is allowed. But please note, I don't have many modules on Roll20, so you may not be able to build your ideal character. I only have the Player's Handbook and Xanthar's Guide. RP is a must. I play my games 40% RP, 40% combat, and 20% exploring and travel. Big no-nos. No being rude, overtly sexual, or vulgar, and there's no PvP allowed. Please keep in mind this game will be recorded and published on multiple channels, including YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, my podcast, and potentially elsewhere. If you have any issues with this, please don't apply. Also, please try to avoid swearing too frequently. Try to be creative with your insults and frustration. It's a lot more fun that way. You'll need to fill out a survey to apply to the game. The link should be in the Reddit post in the corner of this video and a link in the description. I will never share any survey information with anyone. That's all for me. So, any of that makes sense to you, Happy?
Not a single sentence, your sereneness. However, you did summon me to this void of perpetual emptiness from a world being overthrown by some pig monster with a reputation for kidnapping children. So, who am I to complain?
All our joking aside, I hope we can have a fun adventure working together and gain a bit of fame for me and my following in this world as we do.
Well, I'll let the rest of you finish your sleep. But before you go, I can't stress the importance of this quest enough. Your success or failure will affect the spread of monsters through this land and will cause a ripple effect across the world. The monsters spewing from this tower, as known as the World's Spear, have undermined people's trust in the Ice Orc's ability to promise safe travel to all merchants for their customary fee. If the monster problem isn't contained soon, their whole way of life will be stripped away from them. Please make your way to the Lonely Mountain Inn, meet with the drow known as Cardell, and bring peace to these lands, all in the good name of our god, Benderbutt GM. Sleep well.